So I'm totally going to do this weird thing that says the volume's all the way up. If I can't hear it, I don't know what the hell to think. Wow. Anywho, I'm recording. So for those who know me, know that, there's this lovely theory of the world is a gyroscope within gyroscopes. We're all gyroscopes, right? Okay, so uh, my daughter and I hypothesize all the time about different stuff because we're both really connected to the universe, which kind of sucks sometimes. Wow, I look really old and ragged today. I'm so sorry. Maybe my dad's hanging out. He's dead. Been dead for a long time. I think I look like him today on his worst drunk day. And hell, I don't even drink, dude. Get a grip. Okay, so I'm thinking Saturn has all these different gears because we are on gyroscopes. I just, that's what I believe. That's what I've been shown. Everybody has a different vision.
The universe is gyroscopes within gyroscopes. It's fractal and amazing and it's crazy all at the same time.
Just like the human body. So anywho, it's just like absolutely everything we see. And I only have one tiny picture of it. Someone else has a different realization and perception of what it is. And if we were ever allowed to get all those pieces and parts together, oh my God, what a magical puzzle we would be living in. Anywho. But no, let's keep this all separated so nobody can fucking talk. Which is why telepathy is going to be the first thing. So when you start going, hey man, did I make that shit up? No, you were just going with the flow of the energy that is there and existing. Follow your intuition. Know that you are perfect just the way you fucking are. Okay, so back to the gyroscopes. So I'm going, Saturn has all these different rings. And Neptune has rings. And I know there's other planets that have rings. And apparently just learning that Chiron has rings. So the other, I guess they're asteroids and stuff, right? Okay. So and even dwarf planets and stuff. So they all have rings. So which, then amplifies my theory of gyroscopes within gyroscopes. So my apologies. So then I'm hypothesizing that when Saturn comes around, because of all of the rings, like when Saturn is in its fall, and why is it Saturn in its fall? That information I did not get. When I do, I'll clue you in. That within the rings of Saturn are entire cycles, just like the human body goes through cycles, just like the plants go through cycles, our seasons, the whole earth, everything goes through cycles. Well, these are the cycles of Saturn. Well, as Saturn is in its fall, all of creation, because it's not just the human animal, it's all of creation. It is the plants, it is the earth itself, it is the ground, it is the dirt, it is the rocks, it is the air, it is the sun, it is the everything, okay? We all get to go through every season, every cycle that Saturn has when it's in its fall, as though all of creation is going through a review of what has happened before the next transition. No different when you decide to leave this body. You leave this body, you transition, you go through a review of things, you decide, hey, you want to hang out with all that is because, man, it just feels really good to be home. Or wait, there was really this thing and I know that I'm needed, so I'd like to go back down and do this. So we all get to go through these cycles. We go through these cycles every 7 years. Your whole body, your whole cellular structure is redone. Your whole life is in a different process. So I think that's why the end of puberty is right at between 26 and 28, because it's at the end of that other cycle, So then you get to have the adult cycle. Your whole body is completely grown. Your brain is done. Your puberty's over, you can have clearer thinking to make decisions, you go through all those things. You're in a different cycle. And then when you get through to my cycle, it's well, let's go back. The 30-year cycle was more then about, hey, it's family, who do I want to start my family with, and children, and filled my life with, because I have spent all of my puberty years up to the age of 26 figuring out what it is I like, who it is I want to hang around with, the things that I want to add into my life or take on as things that I enjoy. And no different than going, hey, I hear people going, yeah, that's the foyer. No, it's a foyer. That's the way it feels right to me. It is a foyer. Is there a little French ass bitch somewhere in here? Probably. Yeah, it's okay. I like it though. It's just part of who I've been in my creation of me. And now I just get to express it as Ricky. It's all good. That's what we do. For the first 26 years is what we're supposed to do. We're still freaking children. There's no wonder there's a saying of children having children. Hello. It's the chemicals in our food that the government is doing that is making our bodies mature faster than our brains. There should not be a 10-year-old wearing a fucking double D bra, okay? Yes, it's a goddamn exaggeration, but come on. A 10-year-old should not be concerned about shaving or what pad to use. Oh my, well, it isn't even in a position to go, I think I like the idea of the cloth pads and using sponges opposed to disposable pads that have all these chemicals that are going to leach into my body, that are going to cause me to stink even more because it's fucking with my natural process of mooning and all those. And then worse, shove a tampon up there where it can leach all those chemicals in there even better and cause all the feminine issues that we have all had and endured ever since a man went, yeah, I know how to fix this.
But on the flip side of that, women who complain about men telling them what to do with their bodies, think about what you've done to your sons before they even had an entire first day.
Oh my God, yeah. We have them tortured and clip the fucking foreskin off their people. We torture our children. Why? We don't do it to our daughters because our fucking families, what are they? Invisible friend said, oh, this is the way it's supposed to be, but it has to be real because it's wrote down in a fucking book that's been handed down and handed down and handed down and handed down and handed down. Okay. So it's beat into our heads that that is the way it's supposed to be. And if a woman has any kind of question about it, well, I guarantee you got a Bible pushing, thumping motherfucking man who is controlling. Just like I did. So you didn't have a fucking choice. Which sucks. And then you realize that half the things you think you had choices over making or any kind of influence over doing at all, and then you get blamed for going, oh, well, you can't do that. Why in the hell would you do that? It was written in the fucking stars for the child, the person, the situation. Had nothing to do really with your reaction to it. You may have just kind of helped it along. But it was meant to be. But no. And I get upset because I'm like, if we were all smarter than this, I mean, yeah, I'm not saying we're stupid. I'm not saying we're stupid at all. I'm saying we lack intelligence, which means we lack knowledge. And then we're allowing the government to take more knowledge away from us. That's what we're doing. So how is anybody able to get together and go, yeah, hey, we are actually living in a gyroscope, and everybody's talking about, oh, the poles are going to shift. And so, hey, it's going to be a hell of a lot smoother than anybody thinks it's going to be because, hey, it's a gyroscope. We're naturally clicking into place. Kind of like clockworks. It's just going. And here's another fucking theory about all of that. Okay? If the sun is the main planet, and all of the planets that we see, Earth, Mars, Venus, are the moons of the sun, then the moon is the emotion of the main planet, right? What if we, as human beings, are what is causing the sun to do what the sun needs to do because we're going, oh, wait, the government's been fucking lying to us. You know, this ain't back when World War II and we all have a victory garden and the government was actually out to help us. Hey, we're going to have a lack of freaking shipments coming in and we're going to have a lack of any kind of trade. So yeah, have a victory garden, be able to support your own little family and take care of your community if need be. You know, hey, let's help our brother out and get a couple chickens and a couple rabbits so you always have food. No. Our government's going, let's block out the sun. Why do they really want to block out the sun? What if we are the motherfuckers that control that sun with the light that glows from our beings that we don't see because there's been a veil put around us? We don't see how beautiful rainbowy we are. We are the fucking blue glowing people that they talk about. We, humanity, the hue of man, the color of man. It is us. Wake up and see how fucking beautiful you are. You don't need to go, oh man, the vampires and they shimmer and they shake. No, fucking you do. Pay attention. It's you, goddammit. You're the one who has those motherfucking powers, not some dipshit in a book, not some fairy tale fucking vampire. That's not what vampires really are. No, but let's fear you into it because, oh my God, if I shined and I saw my own shimmer, oh, I must be bad. Oh, fuck that shit. There is no one on this earth greater than you. Absolutely no one on this earth greater than you. There you go. And in case you didn't hear it, equally so, you are not greater than anyone else. We are all perfect, just like the snowflakes that fall, the raindrops that nourish us. We are perfect with all of our little quirks because that's what we need. We need that to connect because we ourselves are an energy that is a gyroscope that connects with other gyroscopes of energy. That's why some people you don't resonate with because your gyroscope won't click with theirs. You're not meant to travel with them. It's not that they really have any bad energy or you can go, oh, wow, yeah. Like, no, it's just not supposed to connect. It's okay. It's just the way it is. But we're taught that that's supposed to be somehow a bad thing because there is only good and bad when there is none of that. It just fucking is. It's the way you perceive it, period. Because something that's bad is going to be something that's good for somebody else. Me sitting here talking about gyroscopes is fucking good for me because I'm going, oh, finally I get to spit out the energy that the freaking universe is throwing at me. Not even knowing what the hell it all means. But somebody out there does. And one of you out there are going to go, oh, wow, you know, I kind of had a dream about that, or I saw that, or I was in a meditation, and it was like I saw all these little, what are they? The little gears and the glitches, like if you were going up a big, theme park. What is that big thing? You go, whoosh, whoosh, screaming demon. Roller coaster. So sorry. That's fine. But I could literally see the glitches. Each click in. It was a larger ring on a gyroscope. And when I finally got to see, and I thought that I was at the top, just like some little fucking bug going, hey, I'm getting through the canopy of the thing. No, then you realize that, oh my shit, it's just one. I'm just one of unlimited. There is no end to this. It just gets greater and greater and greater and greater and greater and greater. It's like, okay, the best analogy. Honolulu's come up with a dust mite. So when you're way out there, it looks like it's the Milky Way that is the dust mite. And then you get a little closer and you're like, oh, it's the solar system that's the dust mite. No, the Earth is the dust mite. It's that way. We are so tiny. And so huge at the same time. We have no idea how important our what we perceive as our tiny little separate existence can even help this grow. Well, if you help you, if you love you for you, if you stop going, oh, wow, okay, because that was a hard one for me. A hard one for me was to get rid of all of the programming that I had as a child. I was stupid, never going to amount to anything, not important. And of course, living my life, I could convince myself that that is it. But I'm a very intelligent woman. I've learned all kinds of stuff. Half the time I don't sound intelligent, but that's okay. I got so much shit going on in my brain. It's just constantly connecting all the time. All the time. I'm fucking intelligent as hell. I'm smarter than my parents were. That's a something. I had to really see myself from a different pair of shoes and go, wow, I am those things. I am that. I'm not the vision that they had of me, the doormat, let's put it all on Ricky and who cares? She means nothing, she's the redheaded stepchild. And without red hair. Although, I don't know, there's still a little bit in there. I've been trying to keep it hid all my life or cut it off or something. There's some natural, it sucks. Realizing how important you are, feeling it in your belly, knowing it's you, your whole spirit is talking to you and telling you, hey, this is it. Be you. Start speaking out. I don't give a damn how old you are. I don't care how old you are. Yeah, you might still be a young teenager and go, but my parents are my life. But you already see that everyone has been divided. And unfortunately, so have you, because the family is the first thing to be divided. If there is no communication, how are you going to grow together? How are you going to support one another? How are you going to do that? So maybe you should be the one to go, hey, yeah, I know that I am smarter than my parents at this time because that I am not under all the programming. You've just gained knowledge that they have yet to learn. It doesn't mean they don't know because they've gone through a lot of shit that they know that you don't know they don't. Communicate. Y'all get on those fucking cell phones all the time. Actually have a conversation. Send heartfelt fucking emails. Do that. Go old school and sit down at the table and write a letter to your family. Do that. You didn't even have to be shitty. Just write a letter. Hey, guys, we have been so damn busy. And, I just want you to know I really appreciate all of you. I appreciate you for this, and you for this, and you for this, and you for this. And it's been far too long that any of us have heard those kind words. I just wanted to let you know. Leave it by the fucking coffee pot. Fucking stick it on the damn refrigerator. Somebody's going to see it throughout the day. Somebody's going to read that damn thing, even if you're off at school or had to go to work or decided to go work in the garden. Who knows? Because it starts with us. We have to be the ones that go, hey, I actually love me and I love my family. I love those I choose to have around me. Therefore, I'm going to love us enough to find a way to communicate. Be weird and go old school and play cards, play gin rummy or spades or fucking goldfish. Do something fun. Do weird shit and break out a brand new pair of tarot cards and y'all learn how to read them together. Have a family thing just for fun. Be like, make it on a Wednesday night.
Dare yourself to try to use a different form of intuitive divinatory device.
Intuitive divinatory.
Yeah, for fun, I
device.
decided I was going to read French vocabulary cards. And it worked out great.
And the French vocabulary cards, yeah, as a source of, it's because it's energy. It doesn't matter what it is. It's energy. You could just get a group of freaking marbles and go, okay, hey, say this is when I'm going to deem these different things, whether it's weather or it's outcomes, or roll them bitches, and you can read it. You can read anything. That's why you can read tea leaves. I can read the freaking leaves. Talk to me and tell me what the weather's going to be. You can read anything. You can read the wind. You just got to listen. That's it. It's all about us. We are creating this.
So back to the gyroscope.
Yeah.
Be in the center. Be in the stillness.
Yeah. Feel your emotion. Feel the breath that you are. Feel your connection with the earth. I mean, we forget, yeah, okay. God is out there somewhere. No, God is in here. Because if God wasn't in here, you couldn't be made of the earth. Right? Dust the dust, ashes the ashes. You had to have the earth to fucking make you, well, you are part of the earth. You are connected. You are literally, you have brought God to the earth. That's what you're doing. That's why you're the bridge between heaven and earth. And what you feel affects everything around you, affects even the fucking universe and the sun that keeps you warm and feeds you every day. You affect it. We have the ability, every single one of us. And I think that's what's happening. We're waking up and the sun is going, hey, wait, there's some different things. And so because we really don't know how to sort out our emotions or deal with our emotions or take responsibility for our own shit or even handle healthy freaking anger, have anger and express it in a healthy way. Constructive destruction is always fantastic. We throw all that shit out there and then things happen in our universe. They're spraying all the chemicals in the sky. Yeah, they're trying to dumb us down and make us stupider.
Go to Jupiter.
With all the radium in the water and the fluoride in the water and the chlorine in the water and the barium in the water and then all the aluminum and then all the shit that we're breathing in and the plastics and the vaccines. No, come on. None of that shit's supposed to be. Nothing out there that is not supposed to be in our body. If we are made of the earth, everything in the earth should be in our bodies, right? You eat of the earth. You don't need fucking chemicals in your body. Everything they do is a damn bioweapon. Fucking look it up. I'm not going to have this argument with anybody. Look up the flu. Look up all this shit. It was all man-made. It was all created. It's all a goddamn bioweapon. Go look it up. Your worst freaking, oh no, that was what, smallpox? Is that the thing that was my biggest bitch? Oh, but no, this person had it in this. Go look it up. Go look it up. Go look it up. Go look it up. Do your damn research somewhere, unless they have completely erased it offline. There is a patent for that. So, anywho, we are what help our gyroscope move. That's why even those flat earthers, and they're looking at the maps and they're going, wait, there's a summer gate, and if there's a summer gate, then wouldn't there be a winter gate or a other? Why would there be a gate? The gyroscope, get in your mind like clockworks. Everything goes. One little key just happens to be open at one time a year, and so you can get through that gate. And then what? You're stuck there for a year? Or is there another south gate that you can come back in a different way if you can get there? And you're only gone for like 6 months. That would be cool. Is that how they're doing all the weird time traveling? Going off to Mars? And because we're all connected. It's not out there in nowhere land like we believe it is. What if they actually just want to block out the sun to keep us from realizing how powerful we are? This is what each and every one of us look like. A beautiful golden sphere of light. That's what we are. And when we've taken all of the pains and all of the sorrows, we stay mainly on like this gray side. That if we had all that light and the light was actually on and how bright it would be in all of us individually, then what would the earth look like? Then what could we create out there? Because we're only moving up higher and higher and higher and higher. If we are in an endless universe of possibility, not only can we change our own timeline individually, like everybody is seeing, we can have shifts, we can go through this. We together can create the greatest place ever. It has already been proven. You got 1,000 people all over the earth and you start meditating and meditating on the same thing and you can create something. I still believe to this day that it was fucking Dr. Hook going, oh no, the planet. Was it Doctor Who? Dr. Who. Sorry, I have singing Dr. Hook. Doctor Who had his home planet or something, and oh no, we're gonna find it. And it was in the episode, and all of a sudden, what, there was a planet that just appeared, ain't nobody seen before. I laughed my ass off so hard. I'm like, all of those people who watched Doctor Who, that episode, he was finding his home planet, and it just happened to appear. Did y'all create that shit? Because that was funny. That was funny. And if that can happen over a stupid show, what kind of programs have they been putting in movies that we watch so that we create the things they want created, opposed to us creating what we really desire for ourselves? Let's think about that one too. Because maybe it is simply the emotions that we carry that change the direction in which the gyroscope moves. So if we all find love, because everybody's like, oh, it's all about love. Well, that's true. If the earth is the heart of our solar system, as far as that's going through how our chakras would be, it's the heart. So it is all about love. All those stupid hippie shit dippies back then were real. It is about love, man. Pure love. In all of its distortions. Love. Because that's what we are. That's what we are supposed to express, is our love. Love can definitely be expressed in anger, especially when it's controlled and not just let loose like some fucking 3-year-old. Everybody knows what that's like. The planets are moving. We are changing. We're going through stuff. We're going through shifts. An absolute new era. No one has gone through this before. If you watch the sun and all the shit that it's doing, and then the more that it does, because, oh, wow, shit, we're going to have another solar return sometime, and it's going to come in. Wow, then we got to, we might need to block out that sun now, because what if these freaking humans do act like, end up being like the story of the bug's life? And the little ants finally go, hey, we're important, and we know we can take you over. Because we got each other. And we're going to work together. And we're going to believe in one another. Because we're all the same. Every single one of us. Our outsides may look different. But our insides are exactly the same. And they separate us. They make us divide from one another, from our families, from our neighbors, from our friends, from our fucking communities. And now they're taking all the things that we need. Okay, I don't want to get on the milk thing because that's just going to piss me off because we're fucking lactating mammals too. I'm putting up my beautiful gold ball. So Saturn's going into her fall. The sun's doing all the shit the sun is doing. What if we are all in a position to go, hey, what is truly important to me? Me, my health, my welfare, my well being, my mental stability. What is it I can do for me? Because charity starts at home. I've been saying that for a long time. But I don't know if I actually completely practice that, especially when I skip this one too. What if that's why the planets are doing all the things they're doing? For us to find out just who we are again, so that we can help the whole world move up a little higher, to be better for all generations to come. Because this is not the end of humanity, guys. You know, I keep hearing, oh, you're going through a test, you're going through a test. Well, if you really want to see it that way, because that's the way we've been programmed, you study all this shit, you learn, here's your test. What did you learn? No. I think it's all about, have you connected back into who you are? Do you realize that you're more than just a human, more than just a mammal, more than just an animal? You are an earthling. And if you actually feel yourself connected to the earth and know that you are the connection to the all that is. That's why you have skin, all those telomeres on the end of each little cell. You're like an antenna. You're sending off all of that energy off into the atmosphere, to the sun, to the solar system, to the universes, to the multiverses. You're also receiving all of that. So we're sending it out. Because technically we're enormous beings. We are walking antennae. We are circuits. We can move the earth if we choose to, and we can freaking control the heavens. But we need each other to do so. So why aren't we doing so? The planets are telling us it's time. We're in an era we've never seen. Well, I don't know. I got to pause on that note because I'm going, yeah, how do we get there? How do we actually do that?